Hello. It's E3 week. Nothing else is going to count from now on. We are just very excited to wait and see what's going to happen in the gaming industry this week. So we've decided to do nothing at all. So we just sit down and talk about stuff. Of course, that's not true. We have a lot of stuff in-house. This is going to be a very busy tea time. We are going to announce 2 games today, although not like major events in the world of gaming, but very specific, very specific things. And we are also going to give you a bit of news that we didn't give you last week, of course, to give you a complete picture of what's happening. We are still 55 subscribers short of adding Field of Glory 2 Medieval to the Slitherine store, so make sure you subscribe if you want to have that game in the Slitherine store. Hello everyone saying hello, which does make a lot of sense. This shirt is, I think it's like just yellow, David. But if you think that this color it doesn't work with the background, we can always, have a meeting about it, because I know that you'll like to have more calls during your work day. Right, so why don't we start from the release schedule, because we've had quite a lot of stuff happening whilst in a week time. So I think it's a good idea to start from here. Color blindness, it is an advantage. You're right, David, you're right. I did forget about that. Right, so we've released Warhammer 40k Gladius Specialist Spec last week. So the Warhammer 40k Gladius DLC, secret DLC hex has disappeared from there, and we'll come back to that slightly later. The next event, of course, is the release of Valorant Victory. Next week, on the 17th of June, we don't have a release today, which is like super weird for us. We like having a release every week, otherwise we feel like bored and nothing is happening. That is why we're releasing Order of Battle Xbox on the 23rd, just to make ourselves ready for a wargaming summer. Panzer Corps 1942, releasing on the 9th of July. So this game has just been announced. It's been announced today. If you want to have a look at the product page, you can do that. And Alberto will post the link on the chat there. What is Panzer Corps Axis Operation 1942? I guess you kind of understand it from the name. 1942 is a pretty cool year for World War II, of course. A lot of stuff happening that year. The DLC focuses dramatically on the Eastern Front, of course, where you actually lead the Wehrmacht into enemy territory. It is going to be a game full of big battles, so prepare for like huge encounters. Also, it is going to be the first DLC we have we're releasing for Panzer Corps 2 with multiple endings. We thought, Kerensky thought that, while developing this DLC, that we really wanted to give this idea of Stalingrad as being a real turning point in the war. So depending on how you finish that scenario, the Stalingrad scenario, you will have different types of different endings. So be prepared for kind of a new way of progressing. Of course, as any other DLC, you will have the ability to port your army from 1941 to the next DLC, or you can download it as a standalone and start from scratch. So that's a recurring factor for all the Panzer Corps 2 DLCs. Are the cool things? I've got notes here, of course. I wouldn't do anything without my notes. New units. We have new units for Hungary. Then we have new utility and prototype units. We've got also the new units are, let me check. We've got Tolly 2 Model 1942 and the Turan 1 tank, and the game is releasing on the 9th of July. expect, of course, big events, because you guys know, or may not know, 10 years ago now, the first Panzer Corps released. It was the 10th of July of 2011, and we'll have a lot of stuff happening. Releases, announcements, big things happening for the 10th of July, for that week actually, because the 10th of July is a Saturday, so we're planning a number of activities around these dates. So I hope you'll be joining us for the celebration of Panzer Corps and how big this franchise grew to be. We are super happy about it. Alex Shargin has promised us to join us for the interview. He is going to give us a bit of insight on what it was like to start with the Panzer Corps series, but also look at the future of the Panzer Corps franchise. So I really look forward to that. Alex doesn't really do much camera work, but he's promised us to join us. So I'm very, very excited about that event. So make sure you join us. We need that code 2 open for modding finally. I'm not sure, Alberto, do you know if we're working on that or not? I don't really know about that, to be honest. Thanks for resubscribing, Pixel, for 34 months. Incredible, incredible. Right, so next up, as I said, we have released a new DLC for Gladius. We are going to tell you a bit more about it. So if we can go back to the release schedule. Well, actually it wasn't, because it was deleted from that. So Skulls promo. The Skulls promo is going to, I think it's going to end of today. So make sure that if you don't own any of the Gladius DLCs, if you didn't pre-order Battle Sector, if you don't own Armageddon and all these DLCs and the Sanctus Reach series as well, make sure you you get there, because there's loads of discounts across the board on GOG, on Steam, on Games Planet, on you name them, Gamersgate, everywhere. So make sure that you get there, but also download Specialist Pack. So Specialist Pack, what is about? This is part of our what we call a mini DLC, which isn't a mini DLC anymore, because these DLCs are starting to be very big. The idea is that these mini DLCs have 1 unit added to every faction. Now, because we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 factions, that's becoming quite a lot of stuff happening for a DLC. This specialist unit Specialist Pack adds specialist units to your factions. I think most of them are infantry units, except for the orcs, which add a new heavy vehicle, and the other ones you've got yeah, a sniper for Astra Militarum, you've got support unit for Chaos Space Marines, you've got a Psycho Infantry unit for Warlock, you've got mobile infantry for Eldari, you've got mobile infantry for Necrons. There's this kind of a lot of different choices. This is really meant to improve the overall experience and to add a little bit of flavor to and variations to the combats, and also increase the number of units you can take to war, bring to war in Gladius. So very happy about this Specialist Pack and how it released, because I think it's so far been the most successful DLC, mini DLC we've ever released, and we're looking forward to do more in the future. Of course, the Gladius series doesn't stop here. There's plenty to come in the near future, in the near and far future. So stick to the series, because there's other surprises for you, well, this year and the next. So the Gladius legacy keeps going, and of course this year we've got the release of Battle Sector as well. So it's a big Warhammer year for us. Battle Sector has been one of the best selling Warhammer games, you know, in the promo, and it hasn't been released yet. So it's incredible, the number of people interested in the game and wishlisting the game and giving us support has been astonishing, and we're really happy about how it went. So Great stuff. Let me see if there's any question here. Not really, not really. Militarum, sister of battle, something is really. Okay, cool. Right, so let's get going. We have a number of other things to say. All right. Yes, I have a note here. I actually forgot about this. You're seeing the Sister of Battle image there. We have announced that Sister of Battle are coming to Battle Sector. We couldn't say anything because this was part of a big announcement event that Games Workshop was going to do for the Skull Festival, and we were part of it, of course. It's almost like that event kicked off the E3 season because it's been so well received. A lot of people viewed it. There were news about all the Warhammer games. It's been incredible. We're super delighted on how it went. But the cool thing is that one of our, the Sister Battle announcement was actually one of the best, the most well received. Thank you for following us, Marinus39. We are growing as a community, which is great. And the Sister of Battle, so it's not going to be, just make it clear, it's not going to be a full faction. There are going to be some units from the Sister of Battle joining the roster of available units in Battle Sector. It's not a full, faction, but this is part of the idea of expanding the Battle Sector world. So we have much more coming in the future for Battle Sector, so stay tuned for that. Evil Chili, Starship Trooper dead. I guess either you forget the name or there's something else, but no, it's not. We actually start beta today. It's actually started. Somebody shared today a cool image on the internal chat, which popped up on our internal chat, saying, Starship Troopers beta has officially started. And I don't remember your name. I don't know if you're following now, but anyone who's asked, can you add me to the beta last week in tea time? That guy's been added to the Starship Troopers beta. So it is started now. So we are going to follow from there, and I hope that there is going to be good news from the community, and the rest of the development will be smooth and doing well. I know David is super stressed about the initial feedback, so we'll have to see. Be kind to him. Thank you. Hello, Captain Arvin. Good to see you around. And I don't remember. I won't answer that, Claude. It sounds like very much like stuff I've already said in the past, but I don't know when. It's too far behind me. All right. So. All right, combat mission Cold War. Sorry, Chunky Mo, I didn't see that note. Combat mission Cold War. The guys are finalizing PBM. We are starting beta on the PBM system, so it's definitely on track to hit the July date. I think it's mid of July, but I'm not sure exactly. Maybe it's already in the release schedule. I'm not sure about the date. Can you pull the release schedule out, Bruno, please? It is T, Edmund. It is 100% T. Let me check what we had here for. Yes, 22nd of July, Combat Mission Cold War. Here you go. July 20th. Thank you, Francesco. See what it means to have a good good team here, following and helping. Right, so more stuff. I want to introduce you to a new game. It's a new project we have signed. I'm putting my serious face here because it's a serious project, and it's actually a pro software project, but we're also going to release at some point a consumer version for this. So we signed up for Nuclear War Simulator. The game is being developed by Ivan Stepanov. He's a guy who's been working on a proper representation of the outcome of nuclear war for quite a long time. He's been, involved with a lot of anything that involves, nuclear war and nuclear missiles and production of nuclear weapons and so on. The idea of the software is really that we have a standalone software that can simulate the effects of nuclear weapons. You can do really virtually anything. There's a density of population. There's very accurate geographical data. There's very accurate database of the weaponry. You can simulate basically anything with this software. And the idea is that there will be a standalone software, but we're also going to integrate it with Command. So this will be a part of a project to include a software that simulates nuclear war within Command for pro clients. And also, you can see there's a Steam page for the product and so on. So you'll be able, as a consumer, to also purchase a civilian version of the product. It's a pretty cool tool at the moment. It's there's no game layer for a moment, but we are officially announcing our collaboration today, and we are very happy to work with this software house, because what it means is that Command grows as the professional tool for wargaming and for operations, real-time operations, and also gives us the ability to work with a multitude of different options that are linked to this type of warfare. So welcome to the family, Ivan. I think you've seen the trailer, but maybe Bruno, you can play the trailer for a moment, and then we can come back to the stream. So this was Nuclear War Simulator. We are not announcing a release date or anything, because this is in development and futuristic stuff that we're going to work on. We really wanted to announce the game because the collaboration involves a lot of moving parts. So this was, putting the game on the map. And welcome to the family, to the developer. We are super excited to have you on board. Now, for more news. So, Edmond, what do you want? Well, you can see how well. Yeah. You can do anything. You can actually place yourself in the map and then check if your house has been hit by the fallout. It's a pretty interesting simulation. So look forward to that. As I was saying, so we are going to give you a bit of an update on tournaments. That was an important one. So. First off, we just finished the first official, very long strategic command war tournament. This was a long one, a very long one. This was, I think it started in January, you know, it's almost like 6 months of battling out, and in the end, we have a winner. One of the things I want to say is we were a bit scared about, you know, launching a 3-rounds tournament with, you know, 42 days to play around. It was going to be a pretty big request to the players, but it's massive. It's been a massive success. We are super happy about how it went. Also, retention has been super high. The overall scores you see here, congratulations to first and second. Eriador 08, Dartalon, and Fafnir. I don't know if you are in this stream, but congratulations to you all. You are heroes for playing a tournament for 6 months, and because you're heroes, we're going to soon launch a new one. And I will take this opportunity to say that there are manual like manual updates for Strategic Command World War I going out. So it's just like, you know, quality of life improvements. But you know, this is again proving that Fury Software and, you know, any other developer working with us really put a lot of effort in supporting their games. I want to mention this because it's always forgotten how, you know, there's a lot of behind the scenes tinkering and improving and all that kind of stuff. And when it happens, we really have to give the kudos to the developers. They are so committed to their projects, and it's really good. So I just wanted to mention that. On top of this, on tournaments, we have just launched a new minutes ago, launched a new tournament for Panzer Corps 2, which we called something like Road to 1942 or something like that. So you can, if you're Panzer Corps 2 owner, you can subscribe to the tournament. This is, I think, only the third Panzer Corps 2 tournament, so we're still assessing some, you know, scoring and all that kind of stuff, but it does work very well, and it's really fun. Make sure that you subscribe. The tournament starts, I think, beginning of next week. Path to 1942. Thank you, Alberto. It's as I said, and we need to get to beat the record and be over 100 people playing this tournament. So that's the goal. That's the goal. So make sure that you subscribe, because if we get to not over 100, I'll be giving away a Panzer Corps 2 Steam key in the next tea time. So I don't think you want to miss that. Also, next up, coming up streams. Do we have more streams, and then we maybe have some time for questions? It seemed to be aimed at being a more feature-rich evolution to the tool new command missile map. Well, Pixel, there's actually an official site for Nuclear War Simulator as well, and there's a lot of questions answers there. Yeah, and you know, you're free to ask any question in the forums, because Ivan will start manning the forum as well in the meantime. So a lot of that stuff is going to be answered. So today, after this, we have Edmond playing Shadow Empire. Go, Edmond. After Edmond, we have Gamer playing Battlestar Galactica Deadlock at 6:30 p.m. and Yog Dog playing Panzer Corps 2 at 8 p.m. Tomorrow, we have XCRG playing Valorant Victory at 6 p.m. Valorant Victory coming up next week. Make sure you wishlist and follow the game. Coming up really nice. And Richard York is playing Combat Mission Cold War at 8 p.m. Loon Striker. Unfortunately, I'm not excited with any upcoming game other than Starship Trooper. Just one game is enough. One game is enough. Just you're here, and it's a great thing. So we welcome any fan of any game. That's why we have such a big catalog. Today, Microsoft announced they want to release a game every 3 months. Saturday. I mean, they should come and see us. We're releasing a game every week. And then, of course, on Saturday, we've got Kushan playing Command Modern Operation. Hello, Mordante. We didn't say anything about Field Glory, so you can leave if you want. But a lot of other stuff. So I know you play other games as well. So you're always welcome. By the way, there's more news coming for Field of Glory I think in July. But Francesco can be more precise about it. One day we'll start sharing our marketing schedule, which is a vast mess. And any date in the marketing schedule changes every single day. So it's we got our marketing coordinator Francesca. She's not Francesca. We like to confuse people. She's trying to manage the marketing schedule, and she's totally gone crazy. So hopefully, and she drinks a lot of Negroni as well. To get up to speed with that. Okay, let me check if there's any question. No question here. Not really. Okay, so guys, a couple of important points. One, we're going to have tea time last until the end of July, and then we're going to have a break for the summer. We've decided this today because we want to bring you a lot more very cool content on Twitch next year. We are looking at very different stuff coming up. So there will be a tea time, but there's going to be a revolution on our schedule. So be prepared because we have a lot of very cool things coming up on our Twitch channel. Stargate any news? Stargate any news? Gosh, not really. We are probably going to give you a bit more news about Stargate around after the summer. That's, I guess, when we're going to be ready to give you more news about the game. More K-Project stuff. Hexaboo, K-Project stuff. We have a load of projects under evaluation right now, and we are looking at so many different really cool things. I can't even start, but not yet. When can we come over to Milan again? Mr. Coffee. Well, Pat, I guess you're in the UK, so I guess never in a million years, because anyone else can come to Italy now from the rest of Europe, but apparently not from the UK. So unfortunately, that's not possible. But as soon as we've got coffee for you, although I'm drinking tea, of course. Best of luck for tomorrow against Turkey. Thank you very much. I am hopeful that we will win. As you guys know, I know nothing at all about football, but I've got high hopes that Italy will make it to the top. Anything on Distant Worlds 2? I guess 2, Andrew. Yes, meaning that we are going to start roll out a plan for dev diaries and more information about Distant Worlds 2 very, very soon. So stay tuned because there's a lot more content coming for that. And this is it. I said 3 things. So a new schedule. I wanted to let you guys know that I really forgot what the 3 things were. That's really annoying and funny at the same time. New content for White 2, not planned, well, planned, but not ready to announce anything for the moment. What about Campaign Series Vietnam, Landers, Lancer 34? I don't have any more news other than what's in the forum. So, but beta is coming up very fast, so there will be a lot more content coming as we go. Number 2, I remember now. We now are going to have a big Field of Glory event. Francesco, if you can write the date. I can't remember the date. It's middle of July. I remember exactly when. So there will be a big Field of Glory event on the. Does it start coming up? July 16th. So save the date. Very interesting, very cool event for Field of Glory 2 Medieval, and exactly. And number 3, I have to say that number 3 I don't remember, but one of the things I have to mention, we have so Starship Troopers started beta, Distant Worlds beta is an active beta, Battlestack releasing on the 15th of July. We have a pretty solid set of releases. Next, yes, I remember the other thing. Pull me the E3 schedule. Yay! And that's it. Finally remember. I take notes and then I forget to read the paper. So E3 schedule. I just wanted to show you why we're not announcing anything significant the next week or so, because this is what's expecting you guys, gamers, in the coming days. So this is the schedule for. I'm just giving you full service here. So starting with Ubisoft, and then it's going to be like an entire. Well, that's why they call it a summer game mess, because there's so much stuff happening. So mark all the dates you need, and next week on Thursday we'll maybe discuss some of the stuff that's been announced. I think it's only good that we share this with you, because we like to be a service to our customers. So if you're interested in the next Take-Two big gaming announcement, or Elden Ring, which we are all waiting for to know more about in the office, check out the schedule for E3. I will see you next week. I will leave this to Edmund playing Shadow Empire, and I will see you on Thursday, same time next week. Bye.